Now broadcasting from the Next Gen Conservative Studio in sunny South Florida, bringing you the latest in politics, current events, and pop culture. This is the Whitfield Report with Sam Whitfield.
So the three of us were just talking how this show runs on cripple time, which is true.
It is, you know. At first I wasn't really aware. I wasn't hip to the culture, you know, but I figured it out after a while.
We do have a new.
Are we now on 2 hours cripple time?
Yeah, I guess. And Mortheous, ladies and gentlemen, Mortheous actually does exist. He's not my alt account, as some people have theorized.
That hasn't been proven.
Well,
Sam and I are not the same person.
That's an interesting ventriloquist trick you're doing, Sam.
I mean,
I'll just further every conspiracy theory that anybody in chat ever says, and I will agree with it. If it involves Sam being
you would, Max.
Mischievous.
Well, listen, you know, we also had someone complaining about your big forehead.
That's right. It is
and
hard.
I don't like these.
That's not a forehead. That's a 5 head.
No, that's a 5 head.
You measure it like this. It's probably yeah. Regardless, yes, I have a large forehead. I'm a big Neanderthal motherfucker. I don't know if that bothers you. I don't know what to tell you.
That's why this show. That's why this episode is called Two Cripples and a Giant. So.
That's why no matter where I'm at, my forehead's in frame, right? Like,
yeah,
it's too big.
It might be
anyway,
in frame.
What's in the? I don't even know what's in the news this week, other than the fact that, like, I guess
Chris Christie has. I can't believe this has happened. What an absolute shocker! Chris Christie has suspended his campaign.
Did he finally suspend it? Because I heard that he actually made it to Iowa.
He might, but I don't know. There was an announcement earlier today that he had suspended his campaign officially.
So he decided to go hunt for more donuts.
He's probably courting who he's gonna endorse so that he can get a rub from it, but. Obviously, he's not going to endorse Trump, so
that would
pretty much assume it'll be Haley.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, it's going to be.
Does Christie's endorsement mean anything?
No. Christie doesn't mean anything except fat. I say, Chris Christie, you think fat because he's absurdly fat to the point that if he was like a comedian, it would be his whole bit, right? Like Chris Farley.
Chris Farley or Fluffy.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's fat to a degree where you can't, like, there's a level of fat where it's like, all right, you know, people are people. And then there's a level of fat where you cannot see that person and think anything else other than, damn, he fat.
No, Chris
Christie is that level. Chris Christie is like pro wrestler, sumo, fucking Samoan guy fat. He's Abdullah the Butcher.
This is true.
Chris Christie talking at like people needing to control
his viscera fat.
Chris Christie talking at Trump needing to control his addictions is hilarious.
As he shovels fucking candy in one hand and lard in the other in his fucking mouth. Yeah.
As he shovels meatloaf down his gullet.
Yeah.
So.
Trump made him eat a meatloaf, and now he's addicted. He can't go anywhere without having a fresh meatloaf.
Yeah.
There's that.
I would not be surprised.
The DNC is still mentally deficient. They're trying to push the ballot. Oh, the Supreme Court's going to hear the Colorado case.
Oh yeah, I heard about that. I also heard apparently, like someone from Goldman Sachs is also predicting that. Oh, we lost Mortheous. Someone from Goldman Sachs is predicting that I guess Biden is going to drop out of the race. So,
I mean, they could do that and not have a primary. See, here's the interesting thing, and this is why the Colorado case it can only turn out one way in the Supreme Court. Both the Democrat and Republican parties are actually private institutions, and
yeah.
because of that, the government cannot say you can't have a primary deciding who the nominee is. You can't have this person on the primary ballot. Now, they could take a candidate off the general ballot once they'd won the nomination, right? But you can't tell this private institution who they can and can't run on the ballot. And that's basically how it's going to turn out.
Yeah.
You know, I'm not going to, if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but I'm probably not. And it's probably actually a spoiler to how this case ends. Because the Supreme Court says the Republican Party can put whoever they want on their primary ballot. If your state wants to argue his validity as a candidate on the actual ballot, then you can file a court case when he wins that and try and do it then. And then it would still be the question that everybody immediately goes to is, well, he's never been convicted of any such thing. But before you even get to that case dismissed, this isn't the purview of the state to decide a private institution's hiring and practice. That's what the court's going to say. And I bet you it'll be like 7 or 8 to throw it out of the 9 justices. Even some of the Democrat ones will probably agree.
Yeah.
Just based on their past history of rulings.
Yeah, even like
this isn't one that I don't think anybody. Maybe Sotomayor might fight it, but otherwise, it doesn't seem like it's going to be much of a fight.
Even Bill Barr, who hates Trump, says that this is stupid. So and not going to go anywhere.
Yeah, wasn't he on the Epstein? Never mind. Anyway.
Oh yeah.
Moving along.
Let's see. Who wasn't on the Epstein list? Oh, I know. Donald Trump wasn't on.
Yeah. Well, that's because he hated him when he figured out that he was a massive pedophile. You can look back at all the things that Trump said about Epstein long before all these. My favorite are the people that are like, oh, Trump and Epstein. Bro, Trump was anti-Epstein before you knew who Epstein was. Shut the fuck up. Trump got him kicked out of every country club in Florida. He fucking went around telling everybody, Jeffrey Epstein, he's a pedophile. Did you know he's a pedophile? You can see the interviews. He did an interview. He talked about it in Playboy magazine, actually.
No, I actually know that.
By the way, before Jeffrey got arrested the first time, Trump was shitting on him before he ever even got arrested.
Yeah, no. Supposedly Epstein got kicked out of the Playboy Mansion because Trump told half that Epstein was a bad dude. So,
Bill did the interview, and he said it in the interview. Epstein. And Hefner personally okayed that interview.
Yeah. What were you gonna say more?
I'm sorry.
All I said is the Playboy Mansion is too old for Epstein.
Yeah, no, that's true. So
that's why. I mean, and then he decided I'm gonna have my own island with blackjack and minors.
Yeah, the thing at Epstein Island is Alex. That was like the first that was the first big conspiracy theory where people were like, "Holy shit, Alex Jones was actually right about that one, too." So,
well, to be fair, the first would have been the Bohemian Grove, right?
Oh yeah,
That was in like 2000. That was old school Alex. That was Alex Jones before he was really even doing conspiracy stuff.
Yeah,
That was doing like journalism.
That was Alex Jones when he still had his Texas accent. So
yeah, he just snuck in with the Bushes. He's like, yeah, I'm with the Texas boys, and they didn't even question him. It's pretty funny.
Yeah, well, the thing it is like Alex Jones has become like so he's been yelling and screaming for so long. Someone actually brought this up. Alex Jones has actually lost his Texas accent now from just screaming. Over.
It's still there. It's still there.
It's there, but it's like
anybody. To be fair, anybody with a hard Southern or Texan accent in media, they tend to lose it over time.
Yeah,
to that kind of degree. It's just you're talking to all these media people. They all talk with like East Coast or West Coast accents. You're talking to a more, I guess, national audience. I mean, this applies a little less in the internet era, but in the 90s and 2000s, that kind of shit mattered, and he's probably taught himself how to kind of mash out a little bit of that accent.
Yeah,
it's probably intentional.
Yeah,
he probably does fucking classes for it, to be honest, or has at some point.
That's a good point. So we have a new co-host. Mortheous will be joining us, and why if you guys interact with me on Twitter at all, or X, whatever we're calling it now, Mortheous pops up in my timeline pretty regularly. But Mortheous actually has like an actual background in podcasting. So why don't you, Mortheous, tell the people about yourself and whatnot?
Well, I got my start in podcasting a couple years ago. Did a wrestling podcast for a couple of years with a couple of co-hosts. It ended, and
what was it called?
To get into podcasting again. That was DYWTSB, which stood for Did You Rent a Ship Bro? Because we just picked apart WWE and AEW when it came around.
Yeah. It's interesting now that the wrestlers have podcasts has completely like dominated the Mark podcasts. In one way, I think it's good because the wrestlers get kind of a retirement plan out of having these podcasts, but none of them are like as big as like, because like Jim Cornette was like the first actual talent to have one. He's had one for like goddamn 15 years or something. Most of them don't get.
Yeah, you're definitely not going to beat the actual talents in their podcast.
Yeah. It's not even fair. You got like, am I gonna watch some guys or am I gonna watch like The Undertaker? I don't know. It's
wrestling.
I watched. I do remember catching a few episodes of Stone Cold's podcast. And the entire time I was thinking, all I want is a Stone Cold Steve Austin meets Alex Jones podcast. I need that to happen.
And is it spoken?
Breaking up a little bit there.
Me or Mort?
Mort.
Okay. I think Mort's internet connection is having trouble. He said, "I barely got Max's question." Oh,
yeah. Well, yeah. I was just saying, like the podcast market has certainly changed for wrestlers a lot over the last couple of years. With a lot of older wrestlers getting podcasts, as well as like. The whole tribalism with AEW fans, I find immensely fascinating. They can't accept that like their product is different than wrestling fans in America have enjoyed at both the boom and bust periods of the business. And they more focused on like Japanese style wrestling. They can't understand why the old school wrestling, American wrestling fans don't get it. And the AEW fans, it's like what they love, you know? Like they jerk off to these fucking Japanese wrestling matches and they're like, ooh, yeah, 5 stars, baby. It's just like, I don't know. I'd rather watch Hulk Hogan and Randy Savage. I don't care if it's a 5-star match.
Yeah, as
I know that both those two dudes are gonna come in and let me tell you something, brother. You Hulk Hogan, you know, and they're gonna it's gonna be like, yeah, and then maybe the match will suck, but that's okay. I don't know. I usually didn't. But they also didn't need to jump off of 30 ladders through 30 fucking tables of barbed wire. Sorry, AEW. You know, my favorite though with AEW, I just showed my wife this because it's the funniest thing that's ever happened in wrestling. And they had an exploding ring match. Did you see this, Sam?
I saw clips.
So the exploding ring is set up with barbed wire around it, and there's a countdown timer, and then it gets into like a few seconds left, and horns start going, wah, wah, wah. It's all gonna blow up the exploding ring. Oh my god! And who was it? John Moxley's left in the ring, and he's too beat up from the match to get up, and his friend Eddie Kingston runs in. And he's going to save him. Oh, come on, John. We got to get out. There's only 10 seconds. Oh, no, but we can't get him out. And Eddie jumps on him to save him from this imminent explosion. And then it goes 3, 2, 1. Sparklers. Sparklers go off. And these two dudes are laying in the ring as if they just got blown up by a nuclear bomb. And it's like, what else are they? They're supposed to sell it like it was a thing, right? And they just lay there like, oh no. Yeah. That's almost to me in a nutshell, right there.
That's almost hilarious to me, and how like mediocre it is. So.
Well, because the exploding ring thing came from Japan, and I've seen an exploding ring match.
Yeah.
With, my God, it was Terry Funk and Mick Foley, I believe. And that shit blew the fuck up, right? And so if you've ever seen that, and like I say, the fan base for AEW is very likely to have seen those kind of matches because they love Japanese wrestling. And little sparklers. It's fucking so dumb. Oh, man. I love ripping on AEW because they want to talk about bad wrestling, but that's the worst thing I've ever seen. I've never seen anything that dumb in WWE, and that's quite the statement because they've had some dumb shit.
Yeah, that seems to be normal for them. So.
Yeah, it's normal for our wrestling to be dumb in general, but that was particularly dumb.
Speaking of dumb, the gaming industry literally has no AAA titles this year because Suicide Squad, whatever that game is, like even IGN says it's horse shit.
You know, God damn it. I have an NDA with that game. I have a contrarian opinion that I cannot share. Let's move on from the game I can't talk about.
Okay. Well, I'll let me put it this way, Max. When your NDA is like over, I'll be interested to hear it. So
it's when the game comes out.
Yeah. So I'll be interested to hear it then.
But I did play quite a bit of it, and let's just say I don't think that the opinions I'm seeing match up with what I played.
Well, I'll just put, let me. I also have a contrarian opinion, which is like, I don't really care because Rockstar already gave us like 3 really good Batman games. And as long as
I can say this, it's definitely not a Batman game. It's definitely not an Arkham game. It's definitely very different from that. It's much more of a shooter. That I can say because that's publicly known information.
yeah, I know that, but what I'm saying is like Rockstar already gave us 3 good Batman games, and so like if they put out a
We definitely got 2
mediocre,
good Batman games. You're right about that.
yeah,
And then there was a third one that was there.
yeah, well
That was a waste of time in the Batmobile is what it was. And also broken on PC. So I will never, ever give that game a pass. It's still broken on PC. It's still broken on PC. I can't give a pass to a game that's what, like 5 years old, 6 years old, still broken on PC? Yeah.
Try 8
2
years.
good Batman games.
Try 8 years old. Yeah, no, I know. And I was kind of disappointed because like driving the Batmobile was the one thing I always wanted to do in
I actually never even really thought about it. It wasn't what I was asking for. I don't know. I get why a lot of people would though.
Yeah, well, I mean, City, that's the kind of my point though. It's like City nailed it.
You didn't need a Batmobile because you just flying and grappling hooking all over that motherfucker.
Exactly. So
that felt good. Yeah. Oh, and it's kind of like Spider-Man 2. Way back when was the first one to really nail the web slinging.
Yeah. Oh, the good Spider-Man 2. Yeah, not the woke
not the woke one or not the one based off of the less important films.
Yeah.
Because there's both of those, right? No, the Spider-Man 2 from like the PS2, Xbox, GameCube era. That game, I feel like Arkham City was for Batman, what that game was for Spider-Man, and then it made traveling around feel fun.
Yeah.
You know what I've been playing, Sam? I've been playing a game a lot of people hated on, and I passed on when it came out. I've been playing Diablo 4, and I've enjoyed it. I don't know. I guess like the nerds don't like it for the same reason nerds don't like a lot of shit, and it's a lot of shit that really doesn't affect me because I'm not gonna min-max and run the same thing 50 billion times to get this perfect piece of gear or whatever. I'm gonna go through the dungeons and kill the fucking bosses and beat the game. Although the game ends at like level 50, you can go up to level 100, and I've been having a blast. I have a necromancer that's like all the build guides on the websites. This is why I think all the nerds don't like the game. The build guides are just wrong because they all told me my shit was bad, right? But my shit is awesome because I make little skeletons run around and blow up out of all the dead bodies, and then when they blow up, they make more dead bodies. And basically, I'm just sitting there hitting one button, making a mosh pit of skeletons running all around and blowing up. So I call it the Thrasher build.
Everyone told me I'm doing Witcher 3 wrong because I've still got like the basic body armor that I'm playing with, but it's worked fine for me. So
yeah, man, if you're having fun. I mean, I just get like in a game like The Witcher, this is what I mean. In a game like The Witcher, I get the shit that I come across, right? And I'll use the best stuff that I get, right? But I'm not going to sit there and, I got to go and do this I got to go look up a guide online so that I can get the very specific thing to complete my fucking build so that it all does this perfectly. I don't do that. I think that's who hated Diablo 4 is those guys. Because for me, I've been like, make my explosions from my corpses bigger and make my mosh pit bigger. And then I added in you got to have like a single target high damage thing for bosses, right? And so I throw a fucking lance of blood at them, and then they explode into a million more blood lances. And it's the opposite of what all the guides online told me would be good, and I'm just tearing through everything at like level 90.
Yeah.
So they can eat a dick.
More. Can
I've been having so much. Yeah, more. You back?
I can hear you guys. Can you hear me?
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
we can hear you.
My browser decided it wanted to crash.
Always
Yeah,
fun.
that's always fun. Um, I hope you're back now, though. Everything good?
I seem to be back. I know I popped in like 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
trying to get things back up and running. I think I'm back now.
Okay. Yeah. Have you played Diablo 3 or like you're more the fantasy like RPG guy, I know.
Yeah,
So
I'm more of the fantasy RPG guy. I tried playing the original. It just didn't strike my fancy, so I haven't really touched the Diablo game since.
Diablo 1?
Yeah,
I would
way back in the day.
I would recommend giving another one a try because Diablo 1 is so different from literally all the other games.
I might have to
Yeah,
do that.
because Diablo 1 it's Diablo 1's interesting because it's more of like a survival horror kind of game than a fantasy RPG. And you don't get a lot of abilities and things, and everything's really hard. By the time they got to Diablo 2, they already perfected it. I'd say give it a whirl if you're ever bored and looking for Path of Exile, which is free, by the way. Path of Exile, same kind of game, but it's free. Not free to play. It's basically free because the only things they sell are like costumes.
yeah.
You can do everything the game has to offer for free.
And I pretty much said that like Mortheus's name should really be Geralt because he's the biggest Witcher fan I know.
It sounds like you like story-based, RPGs more.
Yeah.
I'm more of a give me a character that has a backstory, and let me roleplay that character more so than give me a blank slate and let me be me.
Yeah, Diablo is not a story-focused.
I don't want
RPG.
to be me.
It's
I
very
want to escape from being me.
I make me in everything I make. I do make roleplay characters and stuff. I play on a roleplay server in WoW, but the first thing I do is make myself, and it's usually pretty easy because I'm usually pretty close to the default character.
Just
add
a
beard,
just a giant.
Oh no, the default character is usually a long-haired white guy, and I'll have to like, okay, blue eyes and beard, and then it's done. I don't really like character creators, to be honest with you. I've never. My wife can sit there and she'll play The Sims and just do nothing but create characters. I get that that's popular. Me, I want to get that part done because the fun part of character creation for me is the mechanical stuff.
Yeah, when I do a character creator, I'll hit randomize until I hit appearance I like, and then go.
I can't I see I do like to like customize my characters, so like I'm kind of guilty of like I like the character creator. With that being said, like I find the fact that like people are so focused on cyberpunk and the character creator in there, I find that to be hilarious since it's like a first person.
And actually, speaking of that, one of my
even
playthroughs
Starfield
through
makes
Cyberpunk,
more sense because
I found a guide to build Geralt and play the game as Geralt.
Yeah, you can do that. I mean, people do that with a lot of stuff. To me, with Diablo, as opposed to like a fantasy RPG with this, there's a story. The story is there's demons, right? That's really all you need to know. And you are powerful for whatever reason, and then you blow up all the fucking demons you can and level up and get cool loot. Right? The story is so not important to Diablo that in Diablo 4 you can skip the fucking main campaign before you even started the game and just do the fucking end game content.
I'll tell you how much I like.
And
RPGs.
I wish I'd have done that, by the way, because I played through the whole campaign and it took me way too long, and the story was and it's probably the best story mode in a Diablo game ever, and it's still meh. But I don't give a fuck about that.
Actually, I'm gonna take us back a few minutes when you were introducing me, Sam. You were saying something, Max, about the podcast that I used to do.
And then he starts breaking up. Maybe you shouldn't talk about the podcast. I think we lost him again. He started talking about podcasts.
Oh, you there?
It's pretty
Yeah,
fun.
I'm still here.
We lost you at podcasts that you used to do.
Yeah, well, when you were introducing me, Max started chiming in, and I didn't hear what he was asking about the podcast.
Oh, I was just
Yeah.
asking, like, what's the what was the market for that kind of thing like back then? Because I never watched any Mark. No, I'm not, shitting on you by saying Mark, but I've never watched any wrestling fan based podcasts like that where they talk about wrestling news kind of stuff.
Well, yeah, wrestling podcast, and we did a review of that week's episodes of SmackDown and Raw and AEW when it came along. And honestly, it's the fan base is so fractured. So unless you somehow get a name, say you get a Eric Bischoff or somebody on your podcast, it's going to be very hard to actually bite into that market. So we were a very small podcast, but we had our friends that would listen to us.
Yeah, all right. I mean, way back in the day, I used to listen to, what was it, Justin LeBar. I still talk to that guy on occasion. He's pretty cool. They had a podcast, but that was in like the 2000, not even 10s. And it's interesting to me that people have that much time to talk about wrestling. I can't even be asked to watch the shit.
Most people don't know this, but I actually used to co-host a podcast with a few friends. And we would talk about like the latest like comic book news, even before like the Marvel movies were a thing. Unfortunately, none of those episodes exist anymore because they were on Podbean, and we had like the free version of Podbean, which only let us like upload like X amount, and if you didn't use it for like, if you didn't log in or whatnot every few months, it would just delete everything. So yeah, that's what happened. But
yeah, long story short, market's not great, but it was fun with my co-host that I did it with. We got a few like indie wrestlers to be guests a couple of times. It was fun.
Yeah. I was just wondering because like I didn't know what that economy was like before. Because I've said wrestlers have come in and have a bunch of podcasts now, but I didn't know what that ecosystem used to look like. I'm sure there was like a million. I know that they flood you on YouTube if you watch wrestling anything with all these British guys who are a bunch of left-wing things I've been trying not to say on the air, and they have their opinions like that. Oh, Hulk Hogan's the worst ever. Fuck you.
Oh yeah. If you touch it with on YouTube, it's all the British guys.
Yeah,
and it's yeah.
You can rest assured if you hear a wrestling video and the first voice you hear is a British voice, they are left-wing, generally extremists, and they hate the kind of wrestling that I grew up liking too. So I have literally nothing in common with them.
really, because every time I turn on YouTube and hear British people, it's the Brits that complain about fucking pronouns.
No, I mean for wrestling, right? Like if you click on wrestling content on YouTube and it's a British guy, you have a very good chance that you're going to hear a bunch of left-wing buzzwords before the video's over.
Oh, absolutely.
No, that I don't watch much wrestling content on YouTube, but
that's why I don't, because they saturated the market with that shit for so long.
Well, the same is true with like soy boys and like comic books now on YouTube. Like
I bet.
Okay, this was in the news. So Disney just hired like this new like woke activist to like come in and write like like the new Star Wars film. And now, like all these like YouTube channels like Star Wars Theory, who were originally like, huffing Disney's like farts, basically, like now they're upset that the woke are
Now
taking
they're gonna
over.
ruin Star Wars. They haven't done it already.
Right, yeah. It's like, oh,
The choice has
now,
been female for years.
yeah, that's the whole thing. And
Yeah, but
they're
it's
like,
not been female or black or gay enough.
Right.
they're like, you guys, we have to put a stop to this. And I'm over here like, Max and I have talked about this. Like we both love Star Wars, but we both gave up trying to save it like a long time
I am
ago.
rooting for Disney to fucking
So-
die. I hope Disney dies. I hope that company goes under. I hope all their assets get sold off at auction. They've proven time and time again that they deserve that fate. That's what I hope for. So no, I don't want to fix anything. Yeah, put out all you put a woman in it and make her gay, like Cartman said, until you're blue in the fucking face, and then we'll see. When Star Wars and Marvel and everything else is getting fucking sold off piecemeal at auction to these other corporations. And then fucking Disney World gets bulldozed. That's what I want.
It's
Fuck Disney.
It's hilarious that like people.
I've been saying fuck Disney since 1998, Sam. Fuck
Disney.
Yeah. No, I was just amazed that this like made headline. I'm like, why is this newsworthy? Like that's the real thing. It's like we've known Disney is shit for years. Like
it's not.
That's the message.
The only newsworthy part of it is them getting angry about it and reacting to it online. And if that part of the cycle didn't happen, the whole thing would have fallen on deaf ears. You think the left gives a fuck? They ain't gonna go watch the new Star Wars movie. They already won. They took it over. They got it.
Yeah.
They don't watch the movies. They don't read the comic books. They don't play the video games. They just ruin them and then move on.
Yeah, they just complain. It's endless.
And then these companies go fucking bankrupt. Well, actually, see, the problem is they're already on a trajectory towards that when they start to get woke. In fact, they get woke to try and make money, and sometimes it works. And this is a thing I think people on the right kind of don't get, is that sometimes going woke makes them a lot of money. And not just off of left-wing people, off your hate clicks.
Yeah, that's my one. That is my one problem with like ads and whatnot. It's like he admits that while he hates a lot of this shit, he makes a lot of money off it. So,
his entire business model is to hate watch. He does reviews of stuff he knows is going to be bad. Shooting fish in a barrel, by the way, it's lazy. I could do that. Anybody could do that.
Yeah. You know what's not bad though is Shadows of Deception. This is good. This is my favorite type of RPG to play. Guys, where I not only do I create a character, I create the entire universe.
Why do you think I DM?
Yeah.
You get to be God.
Yeah.
Your own mind. But see, that's the beauty. You get to be God in your own mind in the book, right? But the people who read it, they read it not thinking about that. But when you're the dungeon master, you get to be God on the spot to a bunch of other people who all have to obey your rules.
Yeah, that's true. And
we should get. I'm telling you, Sam, we should get a D&D game going of some kind.
Yeah, we do.
I'd be down.
The three of us plus Shmuley need to get a D&D going. and we need to have to like because Shmuley will get himself into like predicaments. So
He does. I've had him at my table, and he got into excuse me. He got into predicaments completely out of my control. Because
Yeah.
he rolls so badly multiple times. Fun story was I had mentioned they were at an abandoned fortress and there was latrines, right? And in the thing for the map, it said to mention that there's a glint of gold at the bottom of the latrine, and then you roll to see what it is, right?
Oh God.
And he rolled a fucking critical. He rolled a 1, and I'm like, your hand is stuck. I had to figure something out, right? What happened? I'm like, your hand is stuck in this fucking old latrine full of shit. And he's like, can I pull it out? And I was like, roll a strength check. But he was a rogue, so he didn't have a lot of strength. So he failed that, and he actually rolled a 1. So then I'm like, okay, he rolled a 1 again. Okay, shit starts shooting out everywhere. And then he had Rick come in. Rick was a dwarf. Rick tried to pull him out, and then he rolled a 1. And so then I'm like, meanwhile, my wife's character is in a whole different part of the dungeon, exploring other things, fighting orcs, and they're just covered in shit rolling around in the latrine. And I had
That's hilarious.
very little to do with it. Yeah, they fell in, like the actual wood of the toilet, because they rolled a 1 again, broke, and they fell in, and it did no damage, but now you're covered in shit. And all that was there was, I rolled it out, and it was 1 gold. Like a penny, basically.
You're nicer than me. I probably would have had the shit eat his hand away.
I just, yeah. So yeah,
Well,
predicaments.
Well, that sounds like Shmuley and Iron Man getting into shit. So
He was a mass rapist as well.
Oh yeah, that's right. Shmuley wrote himself as almost like a villain of sorts.
He was lawful evil.
Yeah.
But because he's lawful, everybody, and usually I don't let like an evil character at a party, but I figured it'd be all right. It was all right, except for the
Wait. So you mean that Shmuley was basically playing himself in the D&D game?
Well, yeah, he had severe autism, and he was greedy.
Yeah. Exactly. No, a D&D game. I'll tell you who would be fun to play a D&D with is Kurt Doolittle. Playing D&D with Kurt would be hilarious on so many levels, because we could probably get him into like a whole philosophical discussion about the lawfare of D&D or something like that.
Yeah, I do like an old school game too, where like you could die pretty easily. That's what I'm preferable to. The new game is hard to die. It's really hard to die in 5th edition.
Well, they also have fucking wheelchair ramps and shit in the new edition from what I've...
Oh yeah, I fucking hate that shit.
That is correct, and you can customize your wheelchair as well.
Fucking hate it.
See, like...
Because that's what you guys want, right? Let me ask you. Is your fantasy, if you get to be anyone you want...
Yeah, I totally want to be in a fucking wheelchair during fucking fantasy.
You want to be in a wheelchair,
shit.
right?
I want to be the guy that gets like magically like my legs revived or somehow in the fantasy.
But Sam, hold on. You have the choice to not have anything wrong with your legs.
That's what I'm saying. Like I would rather have
like you probably don't even think of that. You create a character idea, you know,
no fucking
like anybody
disabilities.
else.
Yeah, well, there are no disabled characters in this yet.
He's gonna make a cripple be the villain. Watch.
He would.
I could spoil something, but I'm not.
Smiled. He smiled because we're on to him.
I'm not going to. Mortheous already kind of knows one of the characters that I'm going to cripple. But I swore him to secrecy.
Are they gonna get crippled?
Yeah.
I thought you were gonna make a new character, but no, that's even better. Somebody will get crippled.
Yeah. No. Someone's
That implies
going.
action.
Yeah. Someone's going to get crippled, and
Does he get magical powers from it?
no, because this is a grounded in reality political thriller.
Look, I've been told my whole life you guys have magical powers. I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, listen,
if Disney wasn't shit, we could get to the front of the line.
Yeah, you can skip lines. Like that's a magical power. What are you talking about?
Well, we
Have you ever had to wait in those lines, Sam? That is a magical power.
Well, I mean.
Oh, I know it is.
I mean, listen, they no longer let us like get discounted tickets or anything like that. So,
that was a magical power that you don't have anymore. That's all.
The only kids that the only people that have magical powers anymore are
Transgenders. Yeah.
I was gonna say Make a Wish kid. I was gonna say Make a Wish kids, but no, you're right.
Same thing. Transgender, Make-A-Wish kid. Look, they're both terminal, okay? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Although
in one case it's terminally ill, in the other case it's terminally retarded.
Although my Make a Wish would have been like far different than most of the other Make a Wish.
What would your Make-A-Wish be, Sam?
I'm not sure I want to. I'm not
something perverted.
No, you brought it up. Now you gotta do it. What's your Make-A-Wish?
Well,
maybe we could make it happen.
It's not going to be possible anymore since the Playboy Mansion doesn't even exist anymore. But that would have been it.
Oh, okay. Well, what if you had to make a wish now?
Well,
the Bunny Ranch down in Vegas?
No, if I had to make a wish now, my one Make a Wish actually did come true in 2016, and that was Trump becoming president.
That's not a Make a Wish. That's a cop out. That's like saying world peace.
Well, I mean, we pretty much.
You gotta be like, I want to meet John Cena. Oh my God, let's get Sam to meet John Cena, guys. That'd be hilarious.
I'd rather meet Trish Stratus if we're gonna go down that route.
No, but but John Cena's the most likely to actually do it.
Oh well, no. What would be even funnier is if I met John Cena and then I basically told him a comment, and then I go full heel. I go full heel, and I'm like, "Why the fuck were you speaking Mandarin?"
I love it.
See that.
Or you challenge him to a fight.
No, that's what I would do. I would challenge him. I would be like, Are you Team America or are you Team China? So,
ask him to bend over, and then say, "Oh, I just wanted to get a good look at that bald spot." Have you seen him wrestle recently? That thing is like you can see it from space. John has like no hair left.
No. Well, he's like close to like 45 now, isn't he?
I'm 40. I haven't lost any.
No.
Make fun of John Cena.
But what I'm saying is like he's old. He's older than you and Mortheous, right? Like he's like
not by that much though.
Like it's like between 45 and 50, I think.
Yeah.
Well, like that's what I'm saying. Like he's not like
He's at the age where you start balding for a lot of guys. Sure, I'm allowed to make
no.
fun of Superman's fucking balding.
Well, no. What I was gonna say is like he's at the age where like most guys in that profession like retire and like and shit,
Yeah, but
right?
with high intensity training and stuff, they're doing a little bit, and a lot of guys are on less drugs. They can go a little longer nowadays. Sting is pushing it. Sting's like 65. He should probably go home, but
Sting is. Oh, you mean the wrestler?
Yeah.
I
was
mean,
gonna
even back in the 60s, like Jackie Fargo wrestled into his 60s or 70s.
I was gonna say Sting is
Okay.
actually 72, but wrong. Different Sting.
Yeah,
So,
the Sting that's wrestling, and we're talking about wrestlers. That Sting, yeah.
And
Yeah.
actually, since we're on wrestling,
Real Sting, as I might say,
Yeah.
I got into it with Jim Cornette over something, and I was like, it was going on something about guns and shit, and like, and how many of your friends, Jim, carried guns back in the day?
Him included.
Exactly. He fucking blocked me for that question.
He used to talk about pulling guns on people on his show.
Yeah, the little bitch fucking blocked me.
No, see, the thing is, I like Cornette. I just don't talk, like, I don't listen to the stuff he talks about politics because he's retarded, but he knows about wrestling. And he's an entertaining guy. And I just accept that he's retarded as well.
Keith Olbermann once blocked me, so
Based?
Like, I just felt that the whole handgun situation needed to be asked of Jim.
yeah.
Oh. Yeah, and I believe he was sticking up for those FTR guys when one of them got busted for pulling a gun, allegedly.
He was.
Yeah. That's a bad look when you think they should be... whatever. Yeah, he says retarded shit. I don't pay much attention. That's the thing. There was a point I followed wrestlers on Twitter, and over the years, I got rid of all of them. Pretty much. I think I follow R-Truth. I think he's the only wrestler I still follow. Pretty sure it's just R-Truth. And you know what? No regrets, no apologies. R-Truth is the man.
R-Truth is kind of wholesome, honestly.
Yeah, if you don't like R-Truth, then there's something wrong with you.
I unfollowed a bunch of like comic book writers for the same reason. So, and I started following not that comic book writers are like, I started following more like thriller writers in my genre. So
I think the only ones I follow are like old school fucking D&D guys anymore.
yeah.
It's tough. Like I don't like people, man. It's just generally, I don't like grifting, is what it is, and everybody's a grift today.
Mostly everybody, not us. So
Yeah. Anyway, you were saying about that book, Sam?
yeah. As I was saying, my birthday's about to come up. So if you want to get me something nice, buy yourself a copy of Shadows of Deception.
That is the best segue in the history of our show, right there.
So that's how you do an ad read, folks. So yeah.
So we got news. There was no news, right? It was a peaceful week of everybody loved each other, and
Well, I mean, Joe Biden doesn't know where he is half the time, but
well, he just loves everybody because you have to, because you don't know who they are,
Yeah. Oh, we finally fixed Mortheous's microphone issue. That was fun.
That solution is so fucking dumb.
We're gonna get into the crazy election season this year. You guys ready? We're almost in full swing.
Did you guys
I mean,
see that fucking Hunter Biden bailed on that hearing earlier?
he bailed on someone.
Yeah, he bailed on some type of hearing that he just randomly showed up to. So that he was all ready to take questions, and then he fucking bailed.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
The crack wore off.
Yep.
He did you
I've
see?
noticed about crackheads, right? They're really brave when they're high. And then they immediately realize how stupid that is when they're not.
Did
The
you
problem
see?
is they get not high very quickly, and it happens all at once in the middle of them doing the stupid, brave thing that they would never do if they weren't high. So I'm picturing Hunter being like, yes, I will answer all your questions. I'm going to tell everybody I got to go.
And then as soon as Marjorie Taylor Greene started asking a question, he was out.
Yeah. He's like, I'm going to tell you everything. You know what? I need some crack. Be right back. I'm gonna go to the store and get a pack of smokes. You want anything?
Yeah. I guess some reporter asked him what type of crack he smoked. That's
a fair question.
That actually whoever asked that has done more journalism than most of the media.
Yeah.
So.
I mean, I suppose they probably do have different strains of crack. I never thought about it. They probably have funny nicknames for them too, huh?
We know that Hunter is paying for premium crack. He's not paying for hood crack.
Yeah. He's not getting his crack in Harlem. Yeah, he's
no.
It's premium crack you could smuggle into the White House.
High grade, premium crack.
Yeah, the high grade crack that apparently you can just leave on the Resolute desk. So,
well, that was Coke. See,
yeah.
The thing is the Coke is not the same. There's a chemical process to why they make it a rock. And you would want the Coke on the Resolute desk, I think, because it's easier to snort. Right? If you smoke it, if you're smoking crack in the White House, you're going to set off an alarm. You got to think about these things if you're a massive drug addict like Hunter Biden,
Yeah, that's true. And me not being a drug addict, I hadn't considered that. So
that's right, yeah. You want to sneak that shit in, you got to be sneaky. And it still didn't work. Because he just left it there. He probably this is the thing. What I mean about particularly with Coke users, they'll do the crazy thing, and then realize there's no way out of it when they're not high anymore. And so he's like, "Oh God, I can't take this back out through security. What am I gonna fucking do?" He just leaves it there. I'm telling you, that's exactly what fucking happened. He felt like the man because he fucking blew a whole bunch of it before he smuggled the Coke in, right? And he's like, yeah, he strolled right past, and they're like, "Good morning, Mr. Hunter." And then he's like, yeah. He put that shit down on the desk. He blew some lines. He's chilling out. He's like, "I can't do anymore. I'm gonna chill out." And then he's like, "Oh shit."
That seems like Oasis and Coke.
Did I just walk by Secret Service with an ounce? I'm retarded. I gotta leave. I'm not taking this shit with me.
No, imagine his poor. Imagine his dad snores a line.
It'd kill him.
So that's why he's coherent sometimes.
Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, no, that is why he's coherent. So he's
I don't even know if Joe could snort it. I feel like you'd have to inject it into him or something.
Did you see that something with Biden and Hitler was trending this week?
I did not.
that actually was pretty funny. Like,
I think it was like progressive Hitler or something like that. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I think might have seen it after all.
yeah.
Joe. You guys so glad that he won, huh? Yeah, everybody's just so happy with the performance that he's done.
I mean,
Because they had to get the evil orange man out of office.
He's clearly, he's on track to win again, obviously, no matter what anything says, because he's everybody loves Joe, and everybody thinks he's doing a great job. I let a video play today on YouTube, and the next video fed me was MSNBC, and that's what they were saying. They were saying everybody loves Joe Biden.
yeah, well,
And that the economy is actually doing good, okay, bigot?
you know, I love Onion headlines as much as the next
No. This was actual MSNBC on-air coverage. The economy is good, and the only people who are saying otherwise are bigots. That's what they said.
I know. I just like I said, I love the fact
people of
that
color have never had more disposable income. So clearly the economy is doing great.
Oh wow, that's kind of racist.
No. Why would that be great?
Because
Look, colored people have money. That's good. Shut up, bigot.
and
That's what MSNBC told me, okay?
And so MSNBC is implying that like they never had income before.
I think you missed the part that, see, you're replying to it as if I didn't say shut up, bigot.
Right.
Right. You're not allowed to reply. Shut up, bigot.
Well, see, it's okay though. I'm crippled. Like I know
minorities, goddammit.
I know MSNBC can't like tell.
You're not
like,
even trans though. Why would I listen? You're not like no melanin. You're not trans.
So we need to meet crippled trans. Okay, got it.
Well, I mean, I'm trans-abled, so
Trans-abled. That's a good one.
So,
Really not a lot of news this week, though, honestly.
no. And then the one,
Have we spoken about the Jewish tunnels yet?
What Jewish tunnels? We're not talking about the Jewish tunnels. Forget about the Jewish tunnels, okay?
Wait, there are Jewish tunnels. There are Jewish tunnels, Mortheous?
Yeah, in New York City.
In New York City?
Oh.
Yeah, they caught like a guy climbing out of them, and he's like in full Orthodox Jew regalia. And then, yeah, apparently a bunch of Hasidic Jews in New York were digging tunnels. And they literally, you can watch the video, Sam, of this Jewish guy climbing out of like the sewer.
The most prominent theory that I've heard,
And then he runs off because he knows he's been
why they were
seen.
dug is because of 2020 and being denied First Amendment rights to practice.
That's kind of what I thought. Like, they literally were being suppressed by the mayor at the time in 2020. They weren't allowed to go to parks. They weren't allowed to have religious services. And Jews generally will then practice their religion in secret. That's a thing that Jews have done for a very long time.
Yeah.
So, yeah, it wouldn't surprise me if that's what they were doing at all. Yeah.
So, wait. Max, this makes so much sense now.
No, it's part of a grand conspiracy.
No, this makes so much sense now. That explains why Craig Mansfield was quiet on Twitter this week. He was
in the tunnels.
See, Craig is an engineer, so he was helping. He was
helping support the tunnel project.
Yeah, he's
totally want to put that on him.
Craig is it? Well, yeah. Well,
there is also people saying that there was like a stained mattress and kids' clothes in it, and so clearly it's like a pedophile tunnel. So I don't know if we want to. I don't think that's true, by the way.
Well,
But like, I don't know if I want to associate people with the.
I did see the stained mattress in one of the clips, but the kids' clothes, I don't think I saw.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
sure there was shit in a tunnel. I don't know.
I mean, it's New York City. Like there are mattresses on the sidewalks, and shit. So like, if I mean, if you've ever been to Times Square, there's like, you know, there's
Also,
weirdos down there.
you never know if the Jews dug the tunnels, right? Or if they're just using the tunnels that were pre-dug.
For all we know, they could be tunnels back from
like from Prohibition or bootlegging era or something. You never know.
Yeah.
It was funny though, because there was one guy on Twitter who had said in December, he's like, I keep hearing Yiddish underneath it, and I don't have a basement. There's Jews below my house. And he's like, you all owe me an apology. And I'm like, you know what? I feel like people, if they said that you're crazy, probably do. They probably should say sorry, because, yeah, you definitely heard Jews under your basement. I mean, to be fair, though, could you blame everybody in the world for doubting that?
Absolutely not. Sounds like the dude's taking drugs.
Yeah.
Sounds like you're doing some of the fucking, not even the hunter's crack. You're doing like street meth.
Yeah.
Some old PCP. I guess because it's New York City, PCP is hot over there.
Yeah. So, yeah, we
Sam likes the PCP.
No, I love well shit, I can't make that joke, so but,
so I guess you just love PCP then.
Sam
is a big PCP supporter, guys.
I was gonna say I love cerebral palsy. But well, I don't love it. I have it, and that's about it. So
right, you have cerebral palsy, but you love PCP. We got to get it.
I mean,
Sam be getting wet though.
I've never had PCP, so
I love that you sound guilty, even though it's pretty obvious that you're not. That's my favorite part, is if I just say some wild shit about Sam, he will sound like it's true in denying it, and it's clearly not.
What's funny is I wrote myself into a corner with that joke. So
it's true.
Now you gotta write yourself out of it.
If you weren't on so much PCP, you could have found a way out, but
I don't. I was gonna say yeah. See, unlike Mersh, I won't stroke out to like finish a bit. So,
but would you suffer through if you're already stroking out mid joke? Would you
struggle to
get through the joke, right? Make sure you get the punchline out. That's the important question. What's more important, Sam? The comedy or your health?
Oh, my health by far.
Wrong answer.
That's
why you'll always be in Mercy's shadow there, Sam.
Yeah.
That man was willing to die for his 4 out of 10 joke punchline. You will never be that dedicated to your craft.
No, because I mean, I'd like. Here's the thing, like I'd actually like to, I'd like to be able to stream for like, another 20 years at least. So
does Mersh.
Well, yeah, but like, he's not. I'm surprised he's made it this far. Like, he's had 2 strokes in what, less than a month. So
I wonder if he's even talked to a doctor about it. Because the interesting thing is, you could show the video to a doctor.
Yeah.
The problem is he won't do that because both times it came off of smoking dabs or whatever, and they'll just tell him to stop doing that.
Yeah, stop the drugs, Mersh.
Yeah. Doc,
Yeah,
I'm having strokes. What do I do? Hey,
No,
stop
but-
using drugs.
No, but
Cause you have
actually,
a stroke.
Max, you just remind me of something. We actually talked about this on Gilded. We should support Mersh running for Senate or for Congress.
Oh, right, the Fetterman thing. Yeah, because look how great it worked out hiring a stroke victim as a senator, right? Turns out the Democrats underestimated how, retarded he is, and he's doing stuff that they don't want. I'm saying we got a stroke victim. We know him. We know him. We don't love him, but we know him. And he could be a senator for the state of Florida. Amazing. And then you could have Mersh and Fetterman yelling at each other in Congress. See, these trolls are thinking small potatoes. We need Mersh in D.C. That's what we need.
That would
Man
be
of the people.
that would be painful. Well, see, like, I'm pretty sure
What's
because
funny
I'm
is
pretty
all the stroke victims would actually do more good for the country than the fucking idiots we have in now.
Well,
yeah, no.
not just stroke victims, but also locals, I think, would be like, so imagine DSP as a senator, right? Like, let's go. Let's get Boogie. Like, who needs Chuck Schumer? We could have Boogie, Senator Boogie.
Forget about Dianne Feinstein. Let's just get Ralph. Although
that's right, and forget about Nancy Pelosi because Chris Chan, future Speaker of the House.
I'd say it, but like Chris Chan actually looks better than Nancy Pelosi does at this point. So
not sure if gay. I'll make a note of that. But yeah, locals in Congress. Why not? Right? What's the difference?
Well, and then we just need to get like a homeless veteran guy to like run the VA. So,
no, well, I was thinking the homeless. See, because we're doing the retards, locals, and tranny party, right? And I think the guy that runs it has to be all of that. So, like a black homeless, trans veteran, who had multiple strokes. And we'll get him. We'll tap him for the POTUS slot. 2028.
So,
homeless crackhead Vietnam veteran for president. 2028. We're taking it over, baby.
So in
Could
other
it
words,
be worse than Biden? Is the question.
No.
And he won't be homeless when he's president. See, because it lives in the White House.
Exactly. And
He'll be a crackhead, though, and that seems to be okay. You can bring crack in the White House, no problem. So,
yeah, no, that's the thing is like, yeah, he can just. If anyone's worried about the Oval Office turning into a crack den, well, that's no problem anymore.
Yeah. Too late. It's been a den of vile, evil sickness for a long time. Ask JFK and Bill Clinton. And talk about the pussy smoke, you know?
Yeah.
Speaking of which, pussy smoke t-shirts, we got to get on that.
Yeah,
Wait, hold on. Have you been working on the pussy smoke t-shirts? Since you're the one that coined the phrase.
Oh, for fuck's sake. Y'all haven't settled on what you want.
We want t-shirts with pussy smoke.
Yeah, but you discussed multiple different designs, like a cat with its tail on fire. I know that was one of them.
Okay, we'll work out the we need Twisty Smoke t-shirts is all.
Okay, this is what has to be in like cloud letters.
Cloud letters.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, we need Craig to help design the.
Oh man, and we could put like the different formulas for how we calculated it all around it.
Yeah.
It's a math joke.
No, what's even funnier is that we actually got, after we did our episode, we actually got the guys on the Fake Untitled podcast to talk about it too.
Well, they had to check his work.
Yeah, and it was like, it was the most autistic engineering.
See, she made the joke. She said pussy smoke while we were talking about it. And then it became the topic of not only 2 episodes of our show, but it spun off into an episode of the engineers who usually talk about science arguing about pussy smoke for at least an hour.
Yeah.
How does that make you feel? Are you proud of your meme?
Your wife may be the most powerful woman in podcasting, and she's not. And the funniest thing about that is, like, she doesn't even have a podcast of her own that I know of.
Not that I know of either. But
Yeah,
I drive her crazy. I test a lot of my jokes on her, you know, and if I get a reaction, something similar to like, or usually I know that means I can use it on the show.
What about just like death eyes?
The death stare is like a 50-50. You know, because it doesn't give me enough information to go off of.
What I'm asking is, like, how many times did she give you the death stare though? Not even like just relating to the
Per day?
podcast. Yeah.
I think that number is uncountable. I'm getting it right now.
Well, I look at your facial.
It's pretty intense too, actually.
Yeah, I can tell you tortured that poor woman by pretending to be a retard at the mall.
That's true.
Pretending?
Yeah, I was pretending.
So that will forever be my favorite Max story.
Jokes on them. I was only pretending to be retarded.
Yeah.
But the joke's on her, you know, because she had no idea what to do. And those people were looking at her like she was mean. She got her head in her hands right now.
Yeah, well, I you know, I can only imagine what must. I can imagine that, like, your brain must just run on jokes constantly.
Something like that.
Yeah.
That's pretty on point. I mean,
and I mean, yeah, that
my brain just run on constantly. I just got a death there, so it could be.
I mean,
might be wrong. I don't know.
I mean, Shmuley's lie is like God favors the funny, right? And like more often
I got a
than
middle
not,
finger. That's
Oh.
That's something, right?
There's a joke there, but I'm going to behave.
No, no.
Yeah.
She said, "Now you have to say it."
Nope. Well,
He knows.
your response should have been, Max. Is that an offer?
No comment.
Yeah. I also love that, like, I love how that flag, how you've had that Trump 2024 flag up for like
Yeah, I got it in
before
2020.
yeah, since before I knew you. So and like
we had a 2020 flag up, and we had a 2016 flag up.
yeah.
You can't put them up outside.
No.
Nobody
Oh
puts
God,
the
no.
Political
Yeah.
stuff outside. Well, they don't put the other side up either. It's one of those deals.
There's
There's some people out here that have Trump displays, though. That's for sure.
That is good though.
Positive or negative Trump displays?
There's not a lot of pro Biden anything in this area.
There is on one street I see a lot. The what is it? The Brandon one.
Let's go, Brandon.
They have a thing of it like just like nailed to their tree.
There's a Let's Go Brandon store, or there was not that far from here.
Yeah. The Ron DeSantis campaign store is
Oh, he's still alive. Yeah, I forgot about him.
well, his campaign store pretty much went bankrupt in Florida, so because no one was buying T-shirts, so
He's gonna win, guys.
yeah.
He's gonna beat Trump. Remember how sure they were?
Oh well, you haven't checked into Bill Mitchell's Twitter timeline, have you?
No.
Bill Mitchell is positively sure he's going to win Iowa.
Still? Oh, Iowa, but not the primary, right? It's not gonna
Well,
be that
I mean, Max, this is this is Bill Mitchell, like top political strategist. If DeSantis wins Iowa, that pretty much means that he's won the
because no one's ever won Iowa and then lost the whole fucking thing before. Yeah, I got you.
No, never.
Except every time, but that's that's an outlier.
Right. Yeah.
I remember the great winner of Iowa, Ron Paul, winning the presidency, right? Fuck.
Yeah. No,
Ron Paul was a lot more popular than DeSantis, and yeah.
I mean, the hilarious thing too is like Ron Paul would have unironically been better than Mitt Romney, that's for sure.
Didn't Ted Cruz won it in 2016? Pretty sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I remember his presidency.
Oh well,
Iowa means everything, obviously.
Yeah, well, I mean the way the Republican Party goes on and on about Iowa, at least the establishment, like you would think that Iowa was like Disneyland or some shit like that. So
yeah, because they get to have their political circus, right?
Yeah,
it's important for a week or whatever. And the rest of us kind of know that's what it is, but we play along because we're stupid.
I mean, Iowa grows great potatoes. I'll give them that. So,
they can be okay. Maine potatoes be doing good though. There's other places that produce potatoes.
Yeah,
and corn.
Yeah, that's true too. So, But anyway, what other riveting news do we have this week, gentlemen? Anything or?
I ran in the snow yesterday. It was not fun.
That's
That's
actually more newsworthy than anything that's been going on.
You're the only one of the three of us that can run in the snow.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I wouldn't recommend it. You know.
Well, you're the only one out of the three of us that can run. Period. So.
Well, yeah.
Unless you talk to Shmuley.
Yeah, I've heard otherwise, Sam. I've heard that you're quite the established runner.
Well, you know, I've
And
got
that you like milkshakes. It was a milkshake, right? Yeah.
well that's true.
There's
I
nothing
do like
that
milk.
Sam loves more than running, milkshakes, and PCP.
I do love milk. I do love milkshakes.
Maybe Sam puts the PCP in the milkshake.
The milkshake, yeah. That's why he's running. You see, we figured it out. It's not because he's not secretly crippled. It's because when he's on PCP, he forgets. And then he runs to the store to get a milkshake. And then Shmuley sees him. We figured it out.
Oh,
This
so
is an intervention, Sam, for your massive amounts of PCP and angel dust use.
See, Sam, you probably thought I was always going to be on your side because we're both crippled. Nah!
well, I mean, you know, I've heard more that you know you do some shady stuff too. Everyone just thinks that you're into overlords. But you know, I see you.
Yes, I simp too, goddammit.
Yeah, doing shady things. As shady as PCP, though?
No.
No, okay. I didn't think so.
No, but I mean, you know, you're into that wacky
We've just been talking
tobacco.
about. Oh, see, my wife missed it. We've just been talking about how Sam loves PCP. I'm getting
Which-
not a death stare, but like a confused look.
And how the other crippled isn't going to always side with Sam.
Yeah. Well, see, you gotta explain. That's why Shmuley saw him running, right? Is because he forgot he was crippled because he was on PCP. So he ran down and got a milkshake. We figured it out. And that's why it's an intervention. We got to get Sam to stop doing all that angel dust.
But like, here's the,
That is not a
Look at him!
denial.
Look at his face right now. You can tell he's.
here's the thing. Like, where would I even get PCP, Max? That's the thing.
Well, you just
Well,
you
you
can
are in
make it
Florida,
yourself
so
if you just
sure you
break
know the
into the
spots.
local. You break into the local mortuary, right? And you grab a big old bottle of embalming fluid. And I mean,
Wait, is that what PCP is made of?
partly, yeah. Some of them guys
Wow.
in New York in like the 90s, they would dip their cigarettes in embalming fluid to get fucked up. They called it
Wow.
smoking death. People will do some crazy shit if left to their own devices.
Yeah, sounds like it. So,
It better get you pretty fucked up, because it's a
well, listen. If PCP can help me, you know, walk, then imagine what it could do for Mortheous. Then,
it's a miracle cure.
so
The government's banning your medicine. That's what it is.
Fucking
Legalize PCP. Legalized medicinal PCP.
there are going to be some libertarians that watch this and then go like hell yeah or something like that. So
I mean, yeah, there's a place for medicinal PCP and apparently medicinal crack too.
well,
That's
yeah,
Biden's excuse, isn't it?
Legalize all of it and give people free crack pipes.
Yeah. Just hand out crack for everybody. Free crack. Isn't that what fucking Dave Chappelle's like bum character promised if he got president? Free crack for everybody?
Yeah. Well, and
Sprinkle some crack
well,
on it.
well, and I actually hang on. Isn't that what Chris Christie unironically promised to like? He promised like drug rehabilitation centers or something like that.
They love to put the methadone clinics out up here in the Northeast especially. And then all the addicts gather out there every morning, which is, has no negative repercussions whatsoever.
Do those actually work, or I'm
No.
assuming by the tone of your voice, no. So
No.
okay. So then
what
why is
happens is you have a central community area for all the drug addicts to meet up every single morning.
Yeah.
And if let's say 10 of the people going are somewhat serious, 10 of the people going are super serious, and one guy is just going to fucking get, he has to for court or whatever. That one guy is going to convince the semi-serious people, at least one of them, to go fucking do drugs with him. And the next thing you have is like a clique of all the drug addicts that now know each other better. And if they can't get their drugs, methadone, pro tip, basically, like, your body reacts to it in a very similar way as fucking heroin, right? So they're getting their fix, sort of. It's not the real fix, right? It's not good. You end up getting crime. You get, the druggies start banding together to steal shit, fights, all kinds of shit. Yeah, methadone clinics, wherever you put them, the neighborhood is gonna get worse because of it. So it's nice. I'm all for people rehabbing. I'm a guy that believes in second chances, but like a fact is a fact. This is what happens when you put a rehab facility smack dab in the center of a nice neighborhood. Is all the fucking derelict junkies start going there and getting ideas about robbing the nice stuff in the nice neighborhood.
Yeah, yeah. Well, that makes
sense. Situation. In regards to helping drug addicts at all, it's a tough situation because you can't help people that most of which don't want to help themselves. And the other thing is most of the people that go through all the treatment are court ordered. They're not going there because they want to get better. Most of the time, they're either court ordered or their family has fucking put their foot down. Usually, it's never.
Yeah.
I mean, it's rare. I'll say it's rare for somebody to say I need help and go get it and actually stick with it. It's very rare, and that's why it doesn't work. Because if the guy doesn't want the help, doesn't need the help, he just wants to get out and get high, right? He's like, oh, I'm gonna get my fix so that I don't have because you got to understand the reason they do methadone is if you're getting off of opiates like that, you have seizures and shit, right? And they can kill you, right? So that's why methadone exists. The problem is okay, they've gotten their fix, they're safe for the day. Now all the druggies are gathered around. They usually can't have jobs because they have to go to the methadone clinic every morning, right? And they're all there and they don't have jobs and they've gotten their fix for the day, but not the real fix. Now it's time to set your minds to getting the real fix. And that's when they start stealing things and whatever to get heroin. It happens every time and everywhere you put these places. Put them in the ghetto. There's just less for people to steal, but the same kind of basic behavior manifests itself.
Yeah.
Druggies in clusters are A, bad influence on each other, and B, bad for the community that they're fucking acting within.
Totally.
No easy answers. No easy answers, because putting them in jail ain't working either, right? So what do you do? I don't know. I'm just saying what I see, and what I see is the methadone clinic system is in the clean injection sites. It's not helping anybody kick the habit, I'll tell you that. It's just having it. Oh, here you can come get fucking perfectly clean heroin needles and a nurse to help you fucking do your drugs. Okay. Then why are they illegal? That's the real question. Why are they illegal then if you can get a nurse to help fucking administer it on a nice little fluffy fucking bed?
That seems like a giant contradiction for sure.
Yeah.
So they can fucking tax us more.
Yup. Bingo. It's programs. Programs for my constituents, by which I mean the fucking businessmen that pay most of the money fucking accounts. Projects for them, and so be a methadone clinic. Here's 20 grand towards your project. Here's 50 grand towards this project. Oh, you need more funding next year? We'll get you 2.3 million. Like, that's what it is. It's all money. They don't give a fuck about the addicts. I can tell you, as somebody that's had enough experience with drug addicts in my life, I can tell you that the government does not give a fuck about helping the addicts.
Oh no, of course not.
Not
That
the
seemed
slightest fuck at all.
that seemed fairly obvious to me.
Yeah. But not even in a way that like anti-drug people would support. It's just like, well, you can have your drugs and you can suffer and you can, whatever. Just do it. It's fine. Here, have some clean needles. Go kill yourself.
That seems pretty sus.
Very.
Well, it's because it's such a complex problem and there are no good solutions, and so that's what we come to, is a shitty solution that doesn't really fix anything, but costs us money. So there's that. If you like paying taxes, then it's really a good thing. Also, if you like crime, pretty good for that.
Well, who doesn't love crime these days?
Yeah, it seems it's the sensation that's sweeping the nation is crime.
Yeah.
We got anything else this week, Sam?
This is my last week of being 28, and yeah. I'll be 30 in another year. So other than that,
you're still climbing up the hill.
yeah, other than that, like I don't have anything. More, do you have anything or else or?
No, I wanted to talk about the tunnels a little bit, and we got to do that.
I was going to say, if you go in the Jewish tunnels, make sure to bring some hummus.
Yeah. Well, shouldn't we bring some like flatbread too or something?
Pretzels.
Yeah.
Pretzels. You can live off of hummus for quite a while.
Hummus and pretzels, as long as it's kosher.
Yeah, it's very kosher. Also, bacon. We'll bring bacon.
Yeah.
I'm not sharing the bacon, goddammit.
Yeah, no, you don't share it. See, that's the reason you bring the bacon, is because you don't have to share it with the Jews.
Good point.
Right. It's like, oh, I brought this bacon. Oh, right. Sorry. I'll just eat that. You guys have the hummus and pretzels.
Yeah.
Just sit there snacking on the bacon too, like, this is probably way better than that hummus. Sure, you don't want some.
Would be
That's
good
right.
is
You dip the bacon right in the hummus.
yeah. I was gonna say bacon dipped in hummus would actually probably be like really good, unironically.
Very kosher.
Yeah.
We snacking good in them Jewish tunnels. All right, I'm done. I got nothing.
I don't have anything either. Really, except
What were you gonna make a
I'm
force?
glad that
Never mind.
I was gonna say gay Jewish guys go against it because they definitely partake in gobbling sausage.
Oh, she said the gay Jewish guys might go against that because they partake in gobbling sausage.
Good point.
that is a good one. So
Is that kosher? I don't know.
I mean if it's another gay Jewish guy, then I suppose it must be
Is he circumcised? Is the question.
that would be the question.
Otherwise,
So.
it's not kosher. I wonder if that's the thing. Any gay Jews out there, feel free. Is uncircumcised dick not kosher for you to eat? Or Jewish women out there, I guess.
We can't ask Craig about that. And
I said a gay Jewish guy.
No, I know. Then that's what I said. Well, we can't ask. I said we can't ask. We cannot ask Craig about that.
Well, we could ask him, but
Well, you know who we could ask though is Laura Loomer. Wherever she's at.
you could ask her. I'll trust you. Just because Laura Loomer is a disgusting weirdo.
Yeah, well, I was joking.
I wasn't supposed to say that part out loud, huh? It was supposed to be
I see. I agree with you on that. Like, I don't even know what happened to her really, other than she like fell in with Wignat.
She's just always been weird.
Yeah,
it's fine. I know Shmuley had a whole thing about Laura Loomer that he had a bit going on for a couple years.
Yeah, no, well,
he couldn't even keep up the bit. The bit was that he was secretly in love with Laura Loomer, and it was supposed to be funny because she's so disgusting and weird. But then she got so fucking disgusting and weird that he couldn't even keep up the bit anymore. So there's that.
Yeah.
He couldn't even pretend to be in love with Laura Loomer anymore. I like to think he was pretending. I'm not so sure though.
Well, he might not have been pretending at first, but then I mean,
far with it.
Yeah.
That one time he raided her panty jar was a bit much for me.
Whoa. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. That'll.
But he said it was for the bit, so I thought it was fine.
Well, that will definitely get a bonk from Mortheous.
Absolutely.
You should have seen the size of them panties.
Oh, I trust me. I don't. That's one thing I don't want.
My wife gave me a dirty look. No, because the joke is that she wears dirty bloomers. It's a gym joke. Mr. Mediker, Laura Loomer's dirty bloomers. You should. No. I'm glad Jim's clever. I'm not so clever. I got an outrage reaction. Jim got that's clever.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
bombing in my own home. It's awful.
Well, you must do that a few times a day. Is
It's true. It's true. My comedy does not land on the targeted audience almost every single day. You know, I struggle through it though.
you must have the best dad jokes, though.
Or the worst dad jokes. Yeah, it depends on how you look at it.
Yeah. No, I like dad jokes. So
That's what I've been telling the younger guys, man. The women, they like dad jokes.
yeah, no, they do.
Yeah. Yeah, they
So.
just that's what you got to do. See, we can tell jokes about pussy smoke, but that's gonna drive most women away.
I
You
don't.
know, so you tell dad jokes instead, and it usually has different effect.
I don't like cow jokes very much though. They're very mediocre.
That's bad.
It's been a great night, audience. Thank you, everybody. Oh man,
I'm the one that lives in Cowtown, New York, and that was bad.
Mortheous, I borrowed that one from our Craig.
Oh, jeez.
So you're welcome. So
what am I doing?
you're hosting the greatest podcast on you're co-hosting the greatest podcast on the internet, Max.
That's
so
true.
At least until Pod Awful takes down Rumble to own Mersh. So
Well, no, it's if you didn't look, they're actually being investigated for faking views.
yeah,
I'm not so sure. I'm not so sure about that. Like, our views on Rumble are actually not too dissimilar from other platforms in terms of growth. So I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't think they're faking views for everybody. I'm gonna be honest. I think that I do think that there are people that get more views than make sense, like Mersh. But I don't know. I think YouTube fakes views too, though. I did a whole video about that.
Well, the
YouTube
thing.
absolutely fakes views.
Yeah.
Well, the
like,
thing.
who counts the views? That's the question, right? The platform does, and
Yeah.
you're just trusting they're counting them appropriately. There's no, like when you talk about like television ratings, there's the board, the Nielsen, right? That does television ratings, and it used to be they'd send out a survey and ask you what you watch. Now they put a little box on your cable box, whatever, and it just keeps track of what you watch. That's an independent third party. It isn't the cable company. It isn't the network, right? But in the case of platforms like YouTube and Rumble, it is them that decide. The view count they show you is what they want to show you. They could just make it up. Who's going to stop them? How do you determine a view? What is a view? Is a view on 2 hours, 3 seconds? Or is it 2 hours? It doesn't differentiate.
Right.
I could nerd out about that particular topic for quite a while, but I wish we had some kind of verification of these things from an independent party. But until we do, I have the experiment. If the audience hasn't seen my video on this, there's an easy experiment that you could do to prove what I'm saying, okay? Make a YouTube video that's just black screen, any length, doesn't matter, no sound, and title it complete random letters and numbers. And you will find that you will get some views. Even though you've made something that's unwatchable and unsearchable, you will still get views. It's because of web crawler bots. It's because of view botting. It's because of all different things. But that alone should tell you that you can post anything on YouTube and get some views on it, even though you made it specifically so nobody would view it. Even if you're shadow banned, it doesn't matter. You'll still get some views. You're not going to get the views that you maybe should, but you're going to get some. And it's they're fake. Nobody actually watched your shit. You might get 25 or 100 views, but nobody watched it.
Well, that was the big problem. Like even before I got banned, even before my channel got like banned off YouTube, um like the Whitfield Report back on YouTube had like 850 subscribers.
Right.
But then if we but then like if I went past that number, like I would always lose two or three subscribers. So I was never able to
Well,
crack.
TikTok famously in their handbook had that specific thing in there, specifically targeted at people with disabilities or who were fat or whatever, that they would limit the number of subscribers that they could get. It was in their handbook. Oh, if you come across a channel, like it was their moderators, if you come across a channel with somebody with an obvious physical disability or a fat or because they're a Chinese company, remember, they're not an American company. If you're any of these unappealing things, they put a cap on you of how many views you can get. And in TikTok's case, a lot of them, they'll give you fake views too. For every one follower you get, you're going to get 2 or 3 that aren't real. And you can't differentiate. As a content creator, you don't know the difference.
Right.
And it gets, so they get people engaged to continue posting because you have followers, right? But then you'll see these people say, like, I can't get past whatever number. Yeah, it's because they've arbitrarily fucking limited you. And in the case of TikTok, it was specifically because people had disabilities or were ugly or were fat. Right? Like any of those reasons, TikTok would just decide that, you know. And so then if you get to a point, as most creators do, if you know that, you get to a plateau, you're not gaining any more subs. You wonder, ask yourself the question: am I being limited because I'm ugly? Am I being limited because whatever? Or have I just reached all the people that I'm going to reach, and you don't know?
Right.
That's why I think that knowing this information from a trusted, not YouTube, not Rumble source, that just a board. You know, we could make it just like the Nielsen ratings board. That's a private industry. That's not a government agency.
Right.
Why couldn't we have a private board that's whole job is to monitor views on these platforms and make sure that they're not fake? And we don't need a government thing to do that, right?
No, there's no reason to.
Well, the reason is because they won't. That's what I mean. The reason regulations like these happen is because these people won't regulate themselves voluntarily. With the record industry, with the parental advisory stickers that you have on the screen right now, that was done under threat of, if you don't put the fucking stickers on, we're going to regulate swear words on records.
Yeah, well, for this show, the parental advisory sticker is a joke.
Right, I get that. But, and that's the thing. It became a meme all its own. But the reason it got there is because the record companies were told in hearings, you can watch the PMRC hearings, watch Frank Zappa, particularly, Dee Snider. They did really well in speaking their piece. They said, yeah, if you don't do something like the stickers voluntarily, we're going to regulate you and you're not going to like it. They did the same thing with the video games in the 90s. That's what the ESRB is, right?
Yeah.
I think that it's time for these social media platforms to have some level of self-regulation in this, because it fucks up you as a content creator. It fucks up you as an advertiser. Think about that. What if the metrics are fake? Then you're paying wrong rates for advertisements. You could be getting ripped off.
Like Twitch moderation.
Moderation, exactly. Oh, there's the news. Twitch laid off a third of its staff today. Did you know that?
I did. I saw it on side scrollers.
Yeah,
so.
what a fucking shock that is. I wonder if anybody could have predicted that and been saying it for several years. And people are like, oh, it's because of the fucking nudie shit. No, companies don't make these decisions in 2 weeks, okay? This decision to lay off a third of their staff, over 500 people, comes from poor decisions for the last several years. One, I could point to right away was reducing advertiser payouts for their largest creators, who all then left the fucking platform, except a few. You know, you got guys like XQC leaving, Dr. Disrespect. Now, I understand there was some fucking contract negotiations involved in there, but he certainly didn't fucking come back because the payouts were lower. On and on. Amaranth, the main titty streamer herself, she left. Right? It's not about the fucking titty streaming that's going on. That is something of everybody pointing and laughing at Twitch.
Right.
The problem predates that by quite a bit. And that, I think, is them trying to maybe we'll make a lot of money if we become a fucking cam girl site. But I think in the end, Amazon lets Twitch die because Kick runs off Amazon Web Services. That means they're still making their money, but they don't have to actually run the thing.
Yeah. No, I get that. So here's my question. Do you think that will eventually? Do you think that same effect will trickle to YouTube? Because, I mean, YouTube seems to be. I know that YouTube is owned by Google, so theoretically,
it's going to take more because Twitch was never even close to as big.
Right. I mean, I know that YouTube is owned by Google, which is kind of like a zombie that just never dies. But even so, like, YouTube
has never been profitable. There's one. YouTube has never in its entire history been profitable.
Well, not just that, but like, you know, as much as like people like to complain at like Rumble or Odyssey having bugs, like YouTube still has bugs too. So, like, it can be glitchy.
YouTube is not in the Twitch position. I think the Twitch position right now is the Titanic already hit the iceberg, right? And so now it's a matter of how do you evacuate the boat? How do you let it sink properly? Or is it a giant disaster? Okay, that's Twitch right now. YouTube, the iceberg is in the distance. They're heading right towards it. But YouTube could just turn the boat, okay? Twitch, you know, water's already creeping in the hull. You know what I mean? Twitch,
yeah.
One way or another, they're either going to have to do a complete rebuild and rebrand on it, or they're just going to have to sell it off or close it or whatever, merge it with something else. Twitch, as it stands, is a dead man walking.
Yeah.
Now, maybe it'll be there in 5 years. I'm not even saying it'll be gone in 5 years. I'm saying it'll never be relevant as it was again, because for a while it was the live streaming alternative. Then, if you'll remember, YouTube brought in live streaming. Right?
Yeah.
And then kind of pushed it back into a sizable but smaller subset of people that would watch videos online would watch them on Twitch.
The funny thing of it is 12 years ago, back when I was still in Colorado, I used a service called Ustream to stream the show. That's where I had my interview with Ben Shapiro. And then what's funny is YouTube was the one that bought Ustream, and then the code from Ustream is what became YouTube live streaming.
It's and they've done more with it because it's less niche. And Twitch started to realize that just gaming wasn't doing it anymore. Like watching people play games, for the most part, was a big fad. There are people that still like that, but the majority of people moved on to other kinds of content. And that leaves Twitch in a strange place because that's all it's about. And they've tried to open up to other things, just chatting and now titty streaming and all this other stuff. But they've never really recovered from that loss. And really, as much as Amazon has made some bad decisions with Twitch, this was inevitable for Twitch anyway, because the watch live games thing that was unique to them became not unique to them and less popular.
Yeah. Well, it'll be interesting.
How many live streams of games would you have watched 10 years ago versus now? Probably a lot less.
Yeah.
Younger people still watch a lot of it. There's still a market for it, but it's not a market that can carry a platform like Twitch anymore. And that's the real problem.
Well, I mean, back like when I was in high school, even like the whole concept of like watching I don't think people understand, like at least the younger audience, like the concept of like watching someone like play a video game on a live stream, like that's new. Like when I was in high school, like it was kind of like you're gonna watch someone play a video game, like why not just rent the video game and play it yourself? So
I'll tell you, I got into watching any type of video game stuff from Total Biscuit and Splattercat, a lot lesser known one. But if you want to know where I get a lot of the fucking indie games that I end up having interest in or promoting on the show, Splattercat usually has them first, and that's why I liked watching his shit. Because I watched somebody play one of these indie games, and you can tell if it's something you'd be into pretty quickly, and he has good taste, and he usually gets on the cutting edge, and he has for fucking ever, and he deserves more credit than he gets.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's what I got into is like, oh, let me look at games as a review. I've streamed games. I don't watch a lot of people. I watch my friends stream games, but I don't watch a lot of live streams unless there's maybe like I'll watch a World of Warcraft event that I can't do or something.
Yeah, same here. I don't watch game streams either. So
I didn't know Twitch game streaming was a thing until I played Gwent, which was what 6 years ago.
Yeah.
So I didn't know fuck all about it.
Yeah, it just wasn't really. But it got hot with the kids, especially the Minecraft stuff, and then the kids kind of moved on to other things. It's not as hot with them anymore, and so Twitch is. And they had the opportunity to open it up to be other things, but like. Perfect example. They banned Donald Trump. Perfect example. Destiny, they banned. So you can't have politics on here. And I say Destiny specifically because, yeah, they banned a lot of political creators, but he's on the left. So you can't, you know what I mean? You can't have any conversations outside of what Twitch allows. And the staff there are raving woke maniacs. So, and I hope that a lot of the people you know, gamers are such fucking pussies nowadays, okay? Because I'm seeing like, oh, you should never be okay with people losing their job. Fuck that. If those moderators were fucking any of those woke people, yeah, fuck them. You're the reason that they needed to lay people off in the first place. That's why you're the person they're laying off. I'm not gonna sit here and be like when a big studio closes and a bunch of people lose their jobs. Sometimes you're like, yeah, individually that sucks for you. That's not my problem as a fucking consumer.
Yeah,
you're like these game companies. They want you to feel bad when they lay people off, right? Like, oh, Blizzard laid people off. Oh, woe is me.
Well,
fuck that.
Well,
all I care is the game good or not.
Well, that was Max.
It's not my job to put food on those fucking people's table.
Max, that was the whole argument with the Budweiser boycott last year that they were making is, oh, woe is me, now the factory workers are going to lose their jobs with Anheuser-Busch, and yeah, some of them did, and that's unfortunate. But a lot of those same like factory workers that lost their jobs were the ones also saying like, what the fuck was this ad? You know, like we don't support that, and that's going to kill our jobs.
People got lots of problems, you know, that's the thing. But when it comes to like as a consumer, right? Because that's a different thing, because that wasn't the product that pissed people off, it was the advertisement. But I'm talking about with gaming.
Yep.
I see a lot of this from gamers now. Gamers have bought the fucking left-wing bullshit and they don't even know it. They think they're like ultra right-wing while simultaneously preaching like socialist tenets about goddamn microtransactions. Besides, I did a video on that too if you want to watch it. It's like Asmongold, me tearing apart Asmongold with the fucking human action and Mises for 15 minutes. But the fact of the matter is, you as a gamer, right? If the game is good, you like it and you buy it, right? No problem. If the game is bad, I don't care who worked on it. Like, it's not a personal vendetta against you, but if the game sucks and nobody buys it, yeah, it's kind of hard to keep you employed.
Yeah.
And then they'll be like, oh, but these mega corporations, that's socialist bullshit. That's socialist bullshit. They're there to make a fucking profit, okay, off of a video game. I don't understand why gamers of all people don't understand. You have the most superfluous hobby in existence that is extremely expensive to produce and offers very little value in terms of anything productive. That's what gaming is. Right?
Yeah.
Why are they the most fucking entitled people on earth that think it should be fucking free? No, this is a product that they're selling you, that they're making with their own labor. And at the same time, I'm supposed to feel for people who get fired, but also think that they should all be free and have fucking socialist utopia. And those same people want to tell me they're right-wing gamers. Microtransactions are not a fucking crime, bro.
No.
Don't fucking buy it.
I mean,
the game will fail if you stop buying it, but y'all fucking the same people bitching about microtransactions is the same motherfuckers buying them.
Yeah, that's the thing. See, I don't like microtransactions either, but I just don't play games that have micro.
I do, and I don't buy them. Right? And if it ruins the game that I don't buy a microtransaction, then I usually stop playing the fucking game.
Yeah.
I'm like, oh, if I have to piecemeal nickel and dime this bullshit, then I'm not into it.
Absolutely. Like, give me a fully fledged game, and I'm into it. I try to not buy games that I know have microtransactions.
Well, I mentioned Path of Exile earlier, and it's the perfect example of like everything done right. So it's a free-to-play game. You can play the entire game for free. You don't buy anything that's even remotely related to power. You buy fucking skins for your outfits. That's it. That's all they have is you can buy skins. Right? But the entire game, which would take you a long time to beat, it's a pretty hefty game, is free. And so in something like that, I might even buy a microtransaction. I might even be like, you know what? This game has been a lot of fun, and they haven't asked me for shit. Maybe I'll buy a stupid skin for $20 or something.
Yeah, I mean,
I'm the type of gamer that I'll play a free game, and if I feel respected as a player, I will buy like a skin or whatever.
Yeah.
But if it's blatantly obviously you're trying to reach into my pocket, you're not getting anything.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Yeah.
That, yeah.
I don't have a problem with microtransactions, and to be fair, I think what a lot of people, at least that I've talked to, have an issue is when the game is like constantly like prompting you to buy, or when it's like. Or when it's got like ads popping up every 2 seconds.
Yeah, I mean, you mostly see that on mobile and free to play.
Yeah.
But it is a thing. And I mean, some of the shit's annoying, but like at the end of the day, the reason that they exist is because people are buying them.
Yeah, that's true.
So. And if you keep buying them, they're going to keep happening. And I'm convinced it's the people bitching that are buying them. Because I don't bitch nearly as much about it. You don't bitch nearly as much. Like, we all understand. Like, none of us here just said, oh, yes, microtransactions are the greatest thing ever. Right? We didn't say that. We were just like, yeah, I don't really buy it. You got to kind of respect me as a player, earn my money. We're not running around like, this is the worst thing in the world to ever happen to gaming. Right? Well, and I'm pretty sure that the people that are, it's because they're buying them. Well, and they regret it, and they're like, shit, I shouldn't have spent $40 on a fucking sparkle pony.
What's funny is I don't know who the YouTuber was, but I saw a video from a YouTuber who was bitching about microtransactions, right? But brace yourselves, the same YouTuber was sponsored by drumroll.
Shadow Legends.
Damn it, more you got it before I could even hit the drum. But yeah, Rage Shadow Legends, folks.
I'm willing to bet it was more than one user. That's a pretty common thing.
Yeah, you kind of don't get to bitch about microtransactions and be sponsored by that piece of shit.
Yeah, well,
the microtransaction game of all time. Yeah.
yeah, well, I've never played Rage Shadow Legends, but like,
You don't need to. Here, I'll give you a sample. Sam, give me $5.
well, we need
Oh,
more.
you want to go back to the hub? Give me $5.
Yeah, give me $5.
We need well, damn, we need more super chats before I can.
Hey Sam, give me $5. That's the Raid Shadow Legends experience right there. It's just hey
Yeah.
Sam, give me $5.
Actually, Sam,
Yeah.
I unfortunately have a little bit of experience playing, quote unquote, playing the fucking game, and $5 is fucking too cheap.
Yeah, but it starts you with 5.
No, they start
They
you like
start
20.
asking you for like all these mobile games too. They'll be like, "Hey, we'll give you the starter pack for $2." And then it's like, "Hey, now there's a better starter pack for $7." And if you keep going down that route, you're gonna get to a pack for like $150.
That's how the mobile version of Injustice was. It was like, hey, we'll let you play as Batman, but it'll be $150, and it's like,
Based.
it's like, okay, I love Batman, but I don't love Batman that much to spend $150.
Yeah. I mean, I this is the thing. Most of the indie games I play, it's because there really isn't any microtransactions.
Right,
And
yeah.
generally, they're under $30. Usually under 20. Like 20 is the sweet spot for most of these indie games, and you get a full game. Okay, it might not have the top tier fucking AAA ray tracing graphics usually, but it'll usually be a better game than what the people who make those pieces of shit are offering you. I'll tell you, I've played a lot more indie games than I did Starfield in 2023. And if you remember, Sam, I said I like Starfield.
Yeah, you actually
fucking
did.
load screens though.
So
Got to load every fucking time you want to do anything. There's a load screen that gets fucking old, dog. I don't look. Your game looks nice, and it's locked at like 30 frames on Xbox. So I wasn't even gonna play it on my fucking Xbox.
yeah.
I'm AAA games, man. You get yourself an indie game. But I'm telling you, Dave the Diver, which is technically like a AA game, not an indie game, but whatever.
Hey,
I just got a couple weeks ago Midnight Fight Express. That game's pretty dope.
well, I mean, like I told you at the end of the year, like my game of the year was actually RoboCop.
There you go, AA.
Rogue City. The great Peter Weller. So,
yeah, and it captured the vibe, and there's no DLC as far as I'm aware. There's like a soundtrack edition.
yeah, there's a soundtrack, and then you get like a chromed out version of RoboCop. So,
Yeah,
which you can't even see because it's a first person.
Yeah. That's another thing that cracks me up. All these first person games and people go crazy with the character creator and then never see their character. Oh, it's
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's what I was saying at the beginning of the show about Cyberpunk. So,
yeah.
But
Well, yeah, games are just in a state these days, and I'm telling you, this year is if you're indie gaming, you're gonna have a better year than if you're waiting for some big AAA releases.
yep, and hot take, folks, there are so many games out there already that like you don't need to play the games from
Seriously, I have so many games, and I'll never finish. I'll never finish my Steam library. That's for sure.
Yeah.
All right,
Currently-
I'm gonna do one more week on the giveaway for the Rome game because I forgot to do it. But it's a good game, so I'll do a contest this week. I'm gonna write myself a note.
Okay.
I want it to be fair. I can't just give away the game now. I should do a Twitter thing and maybe drum up some interest for next week with a free.
Yeah.
It's an indie game and it's a good one. It's a really good one.
It'll be.
I not only have it, I bought the DLC for this game. I bought it when it came out.
Well,
In
next
the DLC, I got it launched. So
next week will be my birthday show too. So on my birthday too. So
here we go. Here we go. We're gonna his birthday. We're gonna give free shit. Well, all free thing. See if I have any other codes. Maybe I'll give 2. But that's about all I got.
yeah, that's about. I mean, I don't really have much anything else. We talked about what I want to talk, which was homeless people, running for Congress. So,
True.
or no, stroke victims running for Congress. So,
Both.
Homeless stroke victims.
Yeah, on PCP.
Yeah. Oh, and Mersh should will his cats to Mortheous before he dies. So.
Feds would have shot the dog. Sorry. I'm telling you, if you read a transcript of what Mersh said during his stroke, it's a haiku.
It is. So.
Female cop.
Mortheous, do you have any plugs?
Female cop.
No, I don't think so. Unless you're thinking I should plug something that I'm not aware of.
Feds would have shot the dog.
If you want to follow me, I'm at Mortheous on Twitter.
Mm-hmm. Follow him
Watch him pretend to horny police everybody else because he's actually being horny. I see you.
I'm the horny
Yeah.
FBI. I can hit everybody else with charges and go scot-free.
You just called yourself the horny FBI. I like that. So.
Well, how else am I gonna get away with the horny posting?
That's a good question.
I just love how you guys introduced me to this concept of horny on main, suggesting to me that you guys have alt accounts which you're also horny on.
I do not, but I know other people do.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah,
I only got the one, and I'm not horny on it.
No.
Instead, I scroll my feed, and y'all are like, "Oh, look at her nice boots," and it's like a zoom in on her ass. Yeah, it's the boots you're looking at, I'm sure.
Well, that's our buddy Craig that does that shit. So
I see all of y'all. Jesus is watching. He's watching on Twitter. I'm telling you. He's disappointed.
well, I mean,
He's very disappointed.
I know Elon is watching because that guy Jesus has like far bigger problems than
That's what you might think. But there's no bigger problem, Sam, than your soul.
No bigger problem than horny posting.
That's right. Your immortal soul is at stake.
my immortal soul is fine. So just so long as I don't stroke out on stream.
As long as there's PCP around.
Just don't fall out of your chair, Sam.
Listen, I'm not. I didn't even know.
Look,
I didn't even.
Mersh is supposed to be cool because he does dabs, right? So you're way cooler
Yeah.
because you do PCP. Well, what pussy shit is dabs?
I didn't even smoke cigarettes.
He strokes out on accident from doing dabs, right? Whereas the Chad Sam is stroking out on purpose taking PCP. I'm sorry, Sam.
Damn it! This lore is already out of control. So,
Sam loves a few things in life. He loves his country, he loves his family, and he loves PCP.
I thought you were gonna say titties, but okay, I guess we're going with PCPs.
You'll see all the titties in the world once you start doing enough PCP.
How would you know that, sir?
I've heard from a friend.
Mortheous, you've been awful quiet.
I just lagged out there for like 2 minutes.
That friend was Sam, by the way. All right. I'm going to drive the PCP joke into the ground.
If we hadn't driven pussy smoke into the ground, we're not going to drive fucking PCP into the ground.
No, we'll come up with some more jokes throughout the year. I'm sure since it's an election year, we'll have plenty down the line.
It's going to be an exciting year for sure.
Yeah. Right. Well, see, like January and February, this is one thing I wanted to point out. Like January and February are always kind of the peaceful, months, kind of the beginning of the year. March is around the time when shit starts to like get wild, right? Like that's when COVID happened in 2020, and and
so you're predicting something stupid in March. I think that's fair.
Yeah, well, I mean, like, this is one thing I did want to ask you. Like, so Max, I keep like hearing about like all these Black Swan events and whatnot, which I don't buy any of that shit really. But like I said, if anything weird does happen, it's not going to be in January. And also,
I used to have this one older guy that was in our group, right? And this will answer your question, I almost guarantee it. And every single year around this time, he would start talking about, well, in the springtime, we're going to go to the mattresses, by which he meant that people will kill each other, Civil War style. And every year it's wrong. And so he would go on and on about how in the springtime something crazy is going to happen, and then the spring would come and go. And I'd be like, well, what was the thing? And he'd be like, you'll see next spring. That's basically what I think.
Yeah, I kind of think the same thing. So
crazy things happen. I'm not saying that they don't. I'm just not going to sit here with my butthole puckered waiting for the apocalypse like some kind of weird. I got better shit to do. I got like raise. Like fuck that.
Yeah, no, me too. I just sit waiting for the most entertaining outcome. So
we just have fun. We just chat about it each week. We could be a lot more mad, I'm sure, but like I don't know.
I don't have the energy to be mad. It's too exhausting. So
we didn't get Trump in the first place by being mad.
Nope.
We got it by laughing.
Yep.
Meme magic, baby.
And that's what we need.
I think that the woke are being turned against by normies, and that's exactly what I thought would happen. So I'm here for it. Yeah.
Yep.
To many more interesting interactions between those two groups of people.
Yep.
And to Disney fucking dying. Fuck Disney. I hope they fucking rot.
Disney needs to die, and we need to piss on their fucking ashes.
And we'll be here to watch and laugh at it. And also, welcome to the team, Mortheous. So we're happy to have you aboard. And yeah, so
are you happy to be here?
I hope.
Live. Sorry. My henchman coming out.
I hope you're happy to be here.
Thanks for having me on, guys. This is fun.
Yeah,
I'm happy to be here.
I'm HB2H. So anyway,
don't stroke out.
Don't stroke out.
That's the lesson today. Don't stroke out.
Don't stroke out.
My internet stroke out. Shit.
And we'll see you next time, folks. So until next week, take care.
Send Sam PCP.
Give him all the PCP.
Don't send me PCP, but send me cash instead.
I gotcha. Untraceable, so you can go buy it.
Buy the book.
Exactly.
Thanks for listening to The Whitfield Report on the NGC Network. Please visit Sam's website at www.thesamwhitfield.com and support Sam on Patreon at patreon.com/Whitfield Report. Until next time, God bless. God save this great nation, and God, freedom, legacy, in that order.